Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Lena here, and I'm back with a review for Casey Undercover. And I haven't seen you guys for this review in maybe a week or two, maybe, I think. But now I'm back, and this episode is all about sibling bonding and how you gotta get along with your brother or your sister. So Ernie and Casey had to get along in the bank vault, and they had to try to figure out how they was going to get out of it. So it started off with Casey was asking Marissa, you want to go see that Ryan Gosling movie? And she was like, you want to see a spy movie on your only spy day off? And then she was like, Ryan Gosling is shirtless. If it was a movie about chalk, I will still watch it. And I did not know that Ryan Gosling was Canadian. That's what I just found the other day. I was like, what? He's Canadian? So off topic, but Marissa was about to eat one of these chocolate bonbons. She thought it was a chocolate bonbon, but Casey's like, no, it's a bomb. It's a new spy gadget. So she's like, don't eat it. So then Ernie, she was like, that's my juice. And Ernie's like, oh, I'm sorry. He licked it. I was like, ew. Then he was like, I'm not pointing at you. I'm beside of you. So then she flipped him. She's like, I think I made my point. So then Craig and Kara came down and was like, no, stop it. Stop it. Shut it up. Shut it down. And she's like, I shut it all the way down and stuff. So then they was like, we're going to get the gotta get along shirt. Because that's what they used to do before. And then Casey was like, this seems so familiar. So it was a little flashback to those kids, they wouldn't get along, and they would put the get along shirt on them, and they all have to be in one shirt together and have to get along. And I was like, oh, it's so cute. They look just like them. I was like, okay, so since y'all want to argue, she's like, y'all gotta go on a mission together. So now they gotta go on a mission to go find out how this bank robber is getting into these vaults and report back to them how they get into the vaults and how he's getting and stealing the money. So now they gotta go and do that. So then Casey went and told them that Ernie broke Kira's Lincoln plate. And she's like, what? And she's like, Mom, calm down. You act like you got it from Lincoln. You got it from a catalog.
Seems all the time. I keep it undercover. I keep it undercover.
I don't know if Judy was driving or not. They said they wasn't on the road, but Judy said she was driving. And Casey and Ernie, they both missed the guy breaking in, kind of, but then they saw he was using hairspray to defect the alarm system. They used it foil, but then they found out he wasn't doing anything else. But then Ernie was like, you see that spider moved 4 times, so he put on a loop thing on the videotape, so whoever was watching him, it would be on loop, and they think he never went in, but he was already in. So then Ernie was like, well, we should go in, and Casey was like, no. But then Casey eventually was like, we can go in. So then he's like, oh, okay. So then he was like, the guy should have been cracking the code. And she was like, well, you should have been cracking the code on facial hair, but we all gotta go at our own pace. And they was going in on each other on this episode. I'm like, dang. So they go in, and then the robber guys stood there, so they started fighting them. And then Ernie was throwing money at him. Casey kicked the wrong person in the butt. So eventually he got out and then threw Judy's body in and then locked them in there. So now they locked in, and now they only got enough air for 6 hours. And then Judy was like, haha, breathers. So Petey's mom, Mrs. Goldfeather, she came over and wanted to hang out with Kira because it's her birthday and nobody wanted to hang out with her. And Kira don't want to, and now she's trying to figure out a way to get out. And so it was still 5 hours left, and Casey was like, you want to be in charge? Be my guest. So she's like, excuse me, everyone, I got an announcement to make. Ernie is in charge. I like her outfit too, like that jersey type shirt. So then she was like, please, Emily, tell me what you want to do. Then he was like, I gotta pee. So then Judy was like, look into my eyes. And it was waterfalls. You know when you gotta pee, you're not supposed to look at anything. That's like watery when you gotta use the bathroom. Because like, oh my God, nigga, have to use the bathroom more. So then Ernie was like, we should call Mom and Dad. And she's like, no, we can use the old-fashioned brain power. Or should I say nail power. And she popped up her nail and blew the door, but it backfired. And then now she owed Ernie some jeans. And she's like, yeah, I'll get you some mom jeans. So then they was like, well, maybe we can use Judy to break down the door. So they kept banging her in the door, and it was not working because it's like reinforced steel or whatever, and it didn't even work. So now all the energy they used, they like wasted air and stuff. So then he was like, it takes real skill to take somebody's idea, but seriously, you make it look easy. Because then she was like, we should call Mom and Dad. So then Craig got the call, and Kira was all just for going out with P's mom. And then she dressed up in the outfit she wore to somebody's funeral. So she's like, I thought it was most appropriate. So then when Craig told Kira that they was locked in, and she's like, great, finally I got an excuse. So then she just abandoned them to her to go get Casey now, which is good because that's like her kids and stuff. But she was like happy because she didn't have to go hang out with Mrs. P's mom. So Ernie was trying to figure out the combination. He was like 1 1 1. Then he was like 1 1 1 2, and then he was like going on. So then she was like, Casey was like, that's just a waste of time. That's never gonna work. So then Judy's like, you trying to annoy us to death because suffocation isn't enough for you. So Casey's like, this isn't gonna work. Then he was like, you got a drill bit, Judy? Then she's like, ha ha. Then she's like, 2 drills on the ship, and a drill goes off, and then they start freaking out. But then one of them was like, don't worry, it's just a drill. Get it? Get it? Cause like a drill go off like a siren, and everybody was like, oh my god, but it's just a drill. Anyway, started drilling into so they can get out. So then Petey's mom, she was looking for Karen. Marissa was like, I was supposed to go out there with Casey too, but she was like, maybe we should wait. So she's like, well, I'm gonna wait inside. That's what Petey's mom said. So then she was like, they gave you a key, and she was like, gave, took, it's a fine line. And Marissa's like, I think that's larceny. So they are there to Craig and Karen are there to help them, but they didn't know that they didn't find out how the robber got in or not. So now they're like, what? You didn't even find out? So Petey's mom ate the bonbons. And Marissa was so scared. She's like, no. And then she was like, these are the bomb. And so now Marissa thinks that she's gonna blow up. So Marissa gave her a foot massage, trying to keep her in the house so she wouldn't go nowhere near Petey, because if Petey would have died, she blew up and stuff. And then she sprayed her with memory spray to try to knock her out. But then she tried to move her out the house to get her somewhere else out of the house. But she should have memory sprayed her after they got the house, because she was like, Petey's mom was like, ooh, perfume memory spray. I never heard of this brand. So then she had to move her out, but she was really heavy. So Casey's like, if you don't get me out of here, you won't be getting anything for Father's Day. Then Craig's like, wait, Judy can give up the auction up to 24 hours. So then she was like, well, Judy, why didn't you tell us? And then Judy was like, you never asked. Then she shut down because she was jailing for a long time. So then Ernie's like, how much air do we have? So Casey's like, I don't know, because the one that was counting down is now down for the count. So now they're going back and forth like, this is your fault. So now they only got 1 hour left, and Ernie's trying to conserve air. He's sucking it in, and then she's like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm saving it for later. Then he put it in his shirt, and she's like, do you know how air works? And then he was like, do you know how to shut your pie works? So they was going back and forth, back and forth. He's like, I don't want to talk to you. Then Craig's like, come on, Craig. And he's like, you always do this. And she was like, you always do this. Then he was like, what do I always do? Like, open up a bank vault that my kids are stuck in, they run out of oxygen. So he's like, give me some space. And he actually burned off her right eyebrow because he didn't detonate a bomb, right? So now her right eyebrow is never the same. So then they was about to go to sleep, and Casey's like, tick-tock, Mom. And then Kira's like, everything's going to be okay. And Casey's like, we never getting out of here. And then Ernie's like, why? Because she was like, because she's being too positive. Ernie was like, I never got to do all this stuff before his dreams. And she was like, those are your dreams? You don't want to get married and graduate college? And he was like, would you think somebody would even marry me? And she was like, yeah, even though you're disgusting, you sound like a hippo when you eat, you know, you're my brother and stuff. And she was like, and I'll always be there for you. So they think that this whole bank vault thing was their parents out there just to help them work together, but really it's not. And Craig is out there crying. Kira and Craig was like, I'm sorry, we never should have did this. So they were saying their goodbyes, and Casey and Ernie was messing with them, pretend like they were saying their goodbyes too. And so they was like, well, maybe it's real simple. So then they went, and Casey found out that one of the things on the door moved. So then she was like, well, maybe we should move us at the same time. Now they opened up the vault, now they free. So then they was like, oh my God, we free. So then it's like, good one, Mom, good one, Dad. So then they was like, wait, what? And they was like, oh, okay, let's just go with it, because it seemed better than our childless version of ourselves. So they just went with it. First was like, Casey, we got a problem. And Petey's mom is in the garbage, and she's like, what did you do to Mrs. Goldfeather? And she's like, I'm trying to contain the explosion. So the I just told you that. That's not a real mom. I just told you that so you wouldn't eat my candy. She's like, but you can have the rest now. So then she's like, I rubbed those feet. I lost my appetite. So in Casey, she's just laughing and she's just falling out. So that was the end of the episode, guys. Oh, and then after this episode went off, the last part of the Girl Meets Texas little series thingy, the 3-part thing came on, and it was showing about Lucas and Maya and Riley, how they went through this weird love triangle type thingy. But that came on after that, and then after that, the new Living Maddie came on, because, you know, I think they said they ended out at Monstober now, but Best Friends Never still come on the 25th. It didn't come on tonight, it's going to come on next Sunday, which is going to be the 25th. So yeah, so watch this review, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Subscribe to our channel, comment what you like about the show, and if you cannot wait to see the new episodes that they're going to be putting out. I don't know when they're going to be putting them out, but I know, like, some weeks ago, or maybe like a month ago, months ago, she said she was, Zendaya said she was filming again, so we gotta get some new fresh episodes, but hopefully some new, more guest stars, you know, see some more familiar faces from other places, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so check the link in the description below, and thanks for watching, bye.